North Carolina Representative Madison Cawthorn, he might have a couple of daddy issues, maybe because he's not sure who his dad is. Let's watch this.
Quick rapid fire round, really simple questions. Now, I know you already expressed your support for both Trump and DeSantis, but what is the first word that comes to mind when I say Trump or DeSantis?
Trump.
Okay.
Trump's become like a father to me. I mean, I get to talk to him just about every single day. He's incredible. He's such a genius, especially when I'm trying to, because being 26 years old, obviously I don't have a ridiculous amount of experience with dealing with foreign policy yet. But so if I can just call the president of the United States, former president of the United States, and say, hey, what would you do in this situation? He can tell me exactly what the whole background is to it. So I love him. He's been very good to me, and he's been so good to our country.
It's a sweet story. I mean, he's got a father figure now who's willing to tell him about all the intricate details of foreign policy. A former president who knows all about foreign policy and was definitely listening to every briefing. No, that didn't happen either. A president who went overseas and represented America in a very positive way and made sure the other countries knew. No, he didn't do that either. What did Donald Trump do with foreign policy? Let's watch.
President Trump asked, who do you believe, President Putin or the US intelligence community? His answer?
People came to me, Dan Coates came to me and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be.
The venue was the diplomatic reception room. But this was a rejection of diplomacy. Donald Trump making the single most controversial foreign policy decision of his presidency, abandoning a deal that Europe had implored him to respect.
We cannot prevent an Iranian nuclear bomb under the decaying and rotten structure of the current agreement. The Iran deal is defective at its core.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
It was a little tough catching those last words, climate accord. I'm not sure if he had to pause to make sure to read that. Climate. Anyways, that's Donald Trump and his foreign policy. David, can you think of any other great moments? Maybe he had some good moments. Maybe I'm just forgetting. Maybe I'm a hater.
Well, he lifted up Kim Jong-un in North Korea when he didn't deserve it. So, I mean, the list goes on and on. The thing that's so ironic is we heard a name listed there, Dan Coates, which Donald Trump mentioned, the former senator from Indiana, who does have a lot of foreign policy experience, who's the director of national intelligence. If Madison Cawthorn really cared about foreign policy, he would, I don't know, call Dan Coates or call a James Baker or somebody who actually knows foreign policy. But the fact of the matter is they will not take his calls because they know that Madison Cawthorn is a joke. The only person that probably takes Madison Cawthorn's calls about anything is Donald Trump, because again, Donald Trump is like the Cliff Notes version of foreign policy. Regardless of whether you agree with the policy or not, you're not going to get any details. You're not going to get any solid background from Donald Trump, but that probably fits the intellectual capacity of one Madison Cawthorn.
Do you remember last week when Trump, at least it was, I'm not sure when it was from, but last week it became more popular. Donald Trump came out at Mar-a-Lago and did the whole here. Cheer for me, right? This is why he takes Madison Cawthorn's phone calls, because then he'll go on shows like the Daily Caller Conversations, I can't remember the name of that show, and says, yeah, Trump is my new father. He's a father figure. I talk to him every day and he just enlightens me. Because this is what Trump needs. Trump needs people to continually feed his ego. That's the purpose of Madison Cawthorn to Donald Trump. Now, I guess it's an exchange, because I guess the purpose of Donald Trump to Madison Cawthorn is I get to push my political life and agenda better. I'm not sure how this is gonna help him. I gotta be honest, because the rest of the Republican Party, since the beginning of Donald Trump entering the race in 2015, hated him. They still hate him. They're just looking for a way to use him. I know I've said it before and I'm gonna say it every time. They just look to use him and try to pilfer his supporters, crazed racist supporters, for their own political careers, pushing themselves, but they don't want him around. I'm not sure if Madison caught that yet, or maybe he's one of the ones doing it. I don't know, but this seems to be the next step in making sure that you say, no, I can kiss his butt more. No, I can kneel better.
And I think you're right to point out there is a symbiotic relationship between Donald Trump and Madison Cawthorn, because look, I mean, Donald Trump, again, doesn't have a lot of friends, as you point out, and he certainly benefits from having people like Madison Cawthorn hang on every word that he says, even if it's ridiculous. And as for Madison Cawthorn, he also doesn't have a lot of friends in Republican Congress, despite what people think. I mean, a lot of people in Congress think that Madison Cawthorn is an absolute joke, with the exception of the jokes, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, a couple others. So he doesn't have a lot of people that he can turn to. So it's almost like Donald Trump and Madison Cawthorn belong with each other and are sort of helping each other in a weird sort of way that is hard for a lot of people to understand.